Aquarius, welcome to this reading. Okay, Queen of Pentacles reversed. We've got the Seven of Wands reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, King of Swords reversed, oh my goodness, and the Hierophant. Okay, Aquarius, I do wonder if this is your energy here with this Queen of Pentacles. Of course, you could definitely be this King of Swords. I do wonder though if you've fallen out of love with something. It could be a someone, but I almost think it's a something. And with the Hierophant, I don't know if it's work. Or something you're doing in a formal official context, and it's like you've been trying to figure out where is my heart within this, or where is my heart leading me, and you're not having much luck, so you're kind of saying, okay, I'm just not going to fight this. Yeah, Eight of Swords trying to pop out. I think you've had enough of trying to think and figure this out. The Empress, Taurus, Virgo, and it's not Taurus, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, could be a Virgo involved. The Tower in reverse, Scorpio. Yeah, I think you have a sense that there's more out there for you, there's more available. You want to maybe expand or grow or move into something else. We have the Devil, Capricorn there. And we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Fool on the back, Aquarius, Aries. So the good news, Aquarius, with your energy here as well, is that there is a new start coming. But look, High Priestess, you're not seeing it yet because of something to do with divine timing. There's something at work. Spirit might need to be orchestrating certain events to line up, certain people, opportunities, that sort of thing. I was listening to a reading yesterday by Kino, and she said something that really I thought it was like, so simple but really profound. And she was saying something about like divine timing and events having to be lined up. But she said that maybe the opportunity that's out there for you doesn't even exist yet. And I mean, how often do we think of it in that way? We tend to think everything's already out there and we have to align with it or find it. But what if, let's say it's a job, for example, and the perfect role for you doesn't even yet exist? What if right now there are people in a boardroom saying, you know what, we need to bring someone else in. What might this person do? What might their role be? What could we title this position? And that's going to be the position you step into. And I just kind of like that, to feel like, not that something's out there and I haven't been able to align with it or find it, but maybe it's not even ready yet. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. Spirit's creating something just for you. And you're absolutely right if you're thinking, this isn't working. Approaching this logically, rationally, doing plans, to-do lists, it's not working. You're right. In a sense, the best thing to do is almost, fall back, accept, give up in a way. We could think of it as giving up, not trying to push this or make anything happen just yet, because something will come in. But like I said, with the High Priestess, there's more at work to make this happen. Okay, so let me see if this isn't work or something practical, if it's romance. For some of you, you could be looking at a relationship that you are in, and if it's not you, it could be your person doing this. If you have someone specific in mind and thinking, this isn't working, I'm not happy, I don't even want to try and make this work anymore. So someone could be thinking of maybe it's time to step away from this commitment I'm in. I wonder with the Empress if someone's been staying for children or for their parents who've maybe like the union or the marriage or the relationship that they're in. But there is just something, romance, work, career, on the side, hobbies, activities, traditions, whatever it is that I think I really feel it's you, but it could be your person if you're asking about someone else. It feels like this is enough. I can't do this anymore. I'm completely unhappy and I've been trying to figure out a way away from this, but I can't. So there's a feeling of maybe I should give up, and Spirit saying actually yes, because we're working it out for you. And we've got the Queen of Wands underneath. So if you have this gut feeling of, I'm sure if I could make this change, I'd feel better. I'm sure there's more out there for me. You're absolutely right. So there's something about divine intervention here. So if you feel as well, I'm alone in this, I'm not receiving any guidance, it's quite the opposite, I think. But Spirit's busy working to figure something out or to bring something in for you, the thing that you've been asking for. Okay, what else please? What else for Aquarius? Queen of Cups. Two of Swords. Ten of Coins reversed. Justice, Libra. Okay, so I feel that the answer here, on the back we have the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. The answer is in your heart space. But I think you know that. You know, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. So there's a frustration here. Whatever this is, it's like you've been trying to connect. How do I feel? What excites me? What makes me happy? What fills me up? If I just know, then I'm willing to put all of the work in to make it happen. But I don't, you know, I can't figure this out. Ten of Pentacles is on top of the Queen of Cups. How can I make more abundance in a way that's in alignment? Because I can't keep doing what I've been doing anymore. Or, you know, if it's moving towards, say, a family unit or away from one, I can't go on like this. I don't want to. How do I transition into this change? But Justice is here. And look, see how she's almost, you know, she's up high and she's almost sort of manipulating things down below. That's exactly the feeling I get for you, Aquarius. So there's just a bit of patience, you know, and if you're feeling unsteady, uncertain, especially if it's something connected to money or a firm foundation, which can be very destabilizing, there's a feeling of like, just hang on a bit longer. You're going to be okay. Nine of Coins. We have the Lovers. Got Gemini energy there. Strength reversed. Leo. The Nine of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's a message here about almost giving up, and that is the advice. I'm saying giving up because I think that's how it might feel to you, but it's really acceptance of how things are. We've got the Knight of Swords on the back. There's a frustration here. You know, you want a breakthrough in terms of your thinking, in terms of opportunities, whatever the situation is, you feel like they're not coming in. You kind of want to be able to be more proactive. I wonder if there's something around ego and pride here, whether it's yours or your person's, whoever's going through this, and it's almost like a change in this situation, whatever this situation is, that's become, you know, this devil energy is long overdue, but someone was putting up with it because of maybe how it looked, the stability it brought in. It could be the amount they were earning, the comfort of it, if it was a home or relationship, and now it's so unbearable that it's like, I don't even care if I have to take a pay cut, or if I have to deal with people saying, oh wow, you got a divorce, or, you know, I don't even care. I just have to make this change. Let's go in and have a look at the Lovers, because of course that can talk about a divine partnership here, but it can also be talking about a big choice, which I think in this case it is paired with the Two of Swords. It's almost like you or this person, if you are asking about someone else, is trying to decide something huge, something life-changing, but with a blindfold on. You know, the Two of Swords is, I can't really figure this out, I can't see a way forward, but I know I've got a big choice to make. And I'm doing all the things. I'm trying to connect to my intuition, I'm trying to feel my way through, I'm trying to you know, rationally move my way through. Knight of Wands. Okay, yeah, a real desire to get moving, but then look, Eight of Wands reversed. Four of Wands. Okay, there's a panic here potentially because it does concern a foundation, security, stability, possibly other people are involved. And there's all of this, as I said, Aquarius, you're showing up if this is you and you're willing to do everything it takes to come up with the idea. You're putting in the work to even figure it out. You know, what are your next steps? To put in the effort to make those steps pan out, to bring whatever you're thinking of into fruition. You're willing to go through changes, but it's just like, well, but which direction? That's what I need. I need that spark of inspiration, and I'm working for it, and it's not coming through. Or there's that one opportunity I need, and I'm trying to orchestrate it and manifest it and proactively create it, but it's not coming in. And of course, if this isn't you, this is how your person could be feeling. But you know, it all comes back to this. There's something about timing. Let's see what else we can see here. I do think you're going to be fine, Aquarius, but I think the most uncomfortable part of this transition is having to sit and wait and to just accept, feeling like you're not doing enough or things aren't going to change. We have the Page of Wands, the Chariot reversed, Cancer energy. You've got a lot of major arcana here, which doesn't surprise me. Three of Cups reversed. Yeah, I think at the moment, take whatever small steps you can. Don't feel, I'm a page, I need to really be a king, charging forward. Because with the Chariot reversed, yes, the Chariot follows the star, so you have this gut feeling, but the path is not clear yet. And it's almost like you could put in 20 hours of effort in a day and get the same results as if you'd put in 1 hour of effort, but listen to your intuition, which is telling you there's not much you can be doing in a practical sense right now. Three of Cups reversed. Interesting. Let's see. Ace of Wands reversed. The Tower reversed. Nine of Swords. Some of you could have been let down by someone who promised something and it didn't come through. This could be you worrying, is an opportunity going to come in? You may have sort of leapt out of something before you had something else to jump into, and you might be saying that was stupid, that wasn't sensible. But the thing is, with the Tower, it was basically unbearable, and if you hadn't have made this leap yourself, Spirit would have done it for you, which would have been far more unpleasant. But think of the Tower, which is linked to Scorpio. Scorpio linked to Pluto. Plutonic energy is, about death, rebirth, transformation. So whatever this is, you are right to make this change. And if you feel like, should I go back? I just don't think you can. It could look like you try and go back, but the opportunities that were there for you before aren't there anymore. If it's work, the business isn't coming in. If you left a relationship to try something new with somebody else, maybe you find out the person you left has decided actually you were right, it's better that we're not together. Whatever it is, I don't think there's any going back. It's just Spirit's just asking you, please sit tight. We see you, we know what you're needing, and we are orchestrating things for you, but it's just taking us a minute. There's actually nothing you need to do, so this could be a really good time to rest and recuperate. So if this isn't you, if this is someone you're asking about, someone you're curious about, you may have noticed that they've kind of, you might think that they're holding things back. If you're talking to them, they might have gone quiet, they might have disappeared, you might not be seeing them around as much, and it could just be because this is what they're dealing with. And they could be worried about things like money, finances, so maybe in a practical sense, they're not going out, and doing as many things, or maybe their time and attention is focused on trying to bring in this new opportunity. Okay, let's get you some messages of guidance and advice. If I'm honest, it doesn't feel so much for many of you like a love reading, though. It feels more like this is something you're going through, and it's a transition to do with a very practical area of your life, something connected to home, stability, money, something like that. I'm hearing the first time in my life. So for some of you, this could be the first time in your lives that you felt this feeling of, I don't know what's coming next, and I've left the old thing behind. Yes, courage. Look, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So, have courage, stand your ground. You were right to know that you couldn't keep doing what you have been doing, and you've done all the right things, you are doing the right things. It's just that message, that I was talking about, Kino, saying that maybe the opportunity that's going to be perfect for you doesn't even exist yet, and that's why it's taking a bit longer, because all of these situations need to come together to give birth to the perfect opportunity, situation, experience for you to step into. We have divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Yes, exactly. And things don't seem perfect at all for you right now, I think. Things feel like something's gone wrong somewhere and they're not being worked out, but they really are. And we have Camel. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. So yes, you've got the courage, you've got the resilience. You do, even though you might feel like you can't access your heart space and what makes you happy, or rationally come up with something, you have all of the emotions, you have all of the intellect. I also think for some of you, you might be worried about money, and Spirit saying you have enough. you're not going to, spirits are going to let you get to a point when, where you've completely run out of money and and you can't pay your bills or anything like that. Something will come in before then. It might be less comfortable than what you're used to. Like the camel probably would rather have a fresh drink of water than have to turn its fat stores into hydration, but it has it if it needs it. It's that sort of a thing. I think maybe you're just used to, as I said, more planning, more certainty, because you're someone who's used to wanting something and working for it. You haven't sat there and